Vechain has had a pretty nice run to the upside over the last few kind of days or so. And well, in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the technical analysis of the VET token, and I'll be sharing my thoughts and opinions as to kind of where I think it is going to be heading in the next few weeks. As I get into today's video, if you do find it useful and informative, smash that like button. If you are new to the channel, subscribe, and let's take a look at what's going on with Vechain. So here we have Vechain paired up with USDT. We're on the 1-day Binance chart here, and we've seen a nice move to the upside. This is tapping into that resistance level that we were talking about previously, essentially between the 2.381 to the 2.503. This was a previous area of support back in June of 2024. We lost it, and obviously we saw a bit of a surge upwards and then another move to the downside, basically unable to kind of retest this area until we kind of found it as more resistance in August of 2024. We had a little bit of a fake pump to the upside there, late August, another move to the downside, and well, we're consolidating in this range right now. Now, taking a look at all of this historical kind of price movements, it shows that this area is no longer really an area of resistance. With the closed positions here, it tells me that actually this is a place where we can start thinking maybe there's some more strength in that price action for the price of VET. But I do want to kind of point out everything that's going on with this surge. Since we had the 6th of September low, just down here, we have rallied up 29.15%. Pretty nice for the month of September, right? Obviously, there's the argument of September being a really bad month, right? Rectember. We did see a bad start with a 10% drop, but actually September's turning out to be very green, right? So Rectember hasn't really held up as many of those influences were kind of telling us that it was going to be a really bad month. Historically, that's been the case, but obviously, you can't take it month by month and assume that it's always going to be that way. And usually it's just a self-fulfilling prophecy. So you had that wobble to start with, but it didn't really go anywhere. In fact, we saw the opposite. Now, this move to the upside on Vechain's price action is very interesting. It's interesting because we've come up right into the typical range of expectations. And I'm going to go ahead and draw this right inside here. We are looking for the price action to land between the 2.441 and 2.537. This is a three-wave corrective pattern, okay? And essentially, it looks like it's reaching or reached already its typical range in there. Now, do we think it's got a little bit more to it than that, or do we think it's complete? Well, looking at it, we're looking at a zigzag pattern in my opinion, and it looks like we're just in the final fifth wave move of that. So if we go in here and we pull in our expectations on this, and you can see actually, we've met minimum expectations on that as well, but there is still the potential move a little bit higher. So I'm not terribly too concerned about it. It does look pretty good. Our fifth wave would land between 2.472 and 2.525. So right inside the zone. So right here is potentially we're on the cusp of a bit of a short position, or the opportunity for a short position. We do, of course, still remain in bearish times with the 200 EMA being our trend filter, and we are in lower highs on the daily time frame. A breakout, though, above 2.638 would potentially give us a little bit more confidence, or the bulls a little bit more confidence in the market. If we do see a break above that range of 2.638, we could be looking for the price action to come up into that yellow box area that I've already scoped out. It's this one right here, essentially between 2.701 and 2.927. So here's the kind of play that I've got in my mind for Vechain, right? We can see that there's this key area at 2.638. So we potentially could go short on Vechain with a stop loss just above that range, right? So we can go for a stop loss at 2.663, for example. We then target out a 1.5 risk-reward ratio for a short position to the downside, which I think will be easily hit if the bearish move is in play that I think is in play. Okay, now if we were to see a break to the upside, we flip this and we go long. Okay, stop loss lower than there, and we target out the higher range. Again, we're going to need a 1.5 risk-reward ratio to meet our kind of minimum thresholds on that. So we'd want to make sure that everything was kind of in line with those expectations. Hypothetically, we would be looking for some kind of entry around that 2.665 with a stop loss at around 2.552 and a take profit at 2.836. 6. Okay, so you can see the two different scenarios. I think the short position is the one to go for, but of course, if we do get that breakout, we need to flip it, reverse it, and go long and target out the range a little bit higher, which is in line with the 200 EMA being retested and being resistant still, because I don't think that's going to change. And if we do get confirmed rejection on the 200 EMA at that point, of course, we're going to short the hell out of that as well and still target out. Are you ready for an amazing chance to boost your crypto portfolio? How does up to 10,000 USDT sound? Yes, that's right. BitGet is giving new users the opportunity to earn up to 10,000 USDT just for signing up on their platform and completing a few tasks. BitGet, one of the most popular cryptocurrency exchanges out there, has just launched an incredible promotion. If you're a new user, this is your chance to join the world of crypto and potentially earn big, up to 10,000 USDT. That is some serious cash right there. Here's how easy it is to get started. Step 1, sign up to BitGet using the special link in the description. Step 2, complete a few steps required to participate in the promotion. Step 3, you'll then be eligible to earn up to 10,000 USDT by trading on BitGet. It's as simple as that. So what are you waiting for? This is a limited time offer and you won't want to miss out on your chance to get some serious USDT. Click the link in the description to sign up on BitGet and get started today. Get in on this amazing opportunity with BitGet and make your crypto journey even more rewarding. Good luck, and I'll see you on the platform. Of which, guys, I do think we have a significant move to the downside brewing between 1.607 and 1.726. Okay, now our stochastic RSI on the daily time frame is aggressively overbought. It is showing us that we are likely to see a reversal in the market. The last time that we saw this, there was a small move in the market just here, as we then started to see a reversal in the market, okay, generally speaking. The time before that was this entire move over here. That's when we were open overbought. And of course, the time before that, we had the more aggressive rejection from the 200 EMA. Now, if we do, of course, come up and test that 200 EMA like we did before, well, the kind of possibilities are pretty severe, right? So we want to be thinking about, we want to think about price always going up, and we want to think about all the positivity that comes from a bullish market. I just don't think we're there yet, and I think that actually we need to be more open to the idea that we've got more time to accumulate than maybe we want, right? We don't necessarily want to be accumulating more. I've got a pretty decent position in Vechain. I don't really want to be accumulating anymore, but I do think there's going to be more opportunities for people that maybe haven't already got in to accumulate VET in the longer term. Okay, now from our relative strength index, so if I turn the stochastic variation off and bring on the RSI, you can see the RSI is, of course, coming up quite nicely, and it is showing some weakness here, and we need to be very aware of their potential for hidden bearish divergence. At the moment, we potentially are on the cusp of seeing some interesting stuff going on here. There potentially is going to be some hidden bullish divergence in here maybe as well, so we can't rule out a lot of it just yet. And what we're really talking about is higher highs on the RSI whilst not having a higher high on your price. Okay, so price is in a lower high, but RSI is in a higher high, and these kind of divergences can be quite telling. So we want to keep a close eye on the divergence indicator, specifically with the price action versus the relative strength index. But I suspect that actually if we do get that little breakout, it's going to be short-lived and we'll still see more moves to the downside. Ultimately, this move that I'm plotting to the downside can be broken if we do rally up higher than 33. If we do rally up higher than 3.386, okay, that's the white line coming through here. So if we can do that, then actually Vechain's in a reasonable position. We don't have to be terribly too concerned. Volumes did start off well, but then they dropped, and volumes are dropping as we're finishing this structure off. So volumes were backing a good move here above the 50 EMA, 50 SMA, but since they've started dropping again, we're getting that kind of vibe that actually the market's about to pivot and turn on us. So let's kind of summarize this up. We've got Elliott wave theory telling us that we've kind of reached the range of expectation and we should probably start thinking about shorting the market rather than going long on the market. We have the EMAs and the SMAs also being points of reference and points of interest, and there's the potential breakout that we have to consider. There's some divergence or potential for hidden bullish divergence and some potential bearish divergence in the coming days that we want to be very mindful of. And depending on which one we get flagged up, we want to trade accordingly. We either want to go long if we do see that bullish divergence flag, or we go short if we do get confirmed breakdown from A, the area that we're in at the moment, or B, that 200 EMA if we do get that kind of breakout situation. Ultimately, anything above 3.386 is going to break our bearish structure, where we still see this potential move to 1.607 to 1.726. So in a nutshell, guys, it's all to play for. If the bulls can break us above some of these key levels, then we can bring some confidence towards the 200 EMA. However, even less, unless we get real good cause to think that there's a breakout happening above the 200 EMA, the moves are still to the downside. If we can get above 3.386, fantastic. We can then start thinking about decent retracements to accumulate or go long on. But ultimately, we are still in the zone, which is this little range down here between 1.560 and 2.698, which is the accumulation zone anyway. So although we're kind of talking about these little moves going on, essentially all of this is a part of a much bigger play where we can see Vechain's price action looking very, very tidy for 2025 regardless. So although we're kind of saying there's a potential moves to the downside, as we zoom out, we take stock and we kind of put into perspective where we currently are, where we think things are heading. And regardless of these little moves that are going on, it does still look like a very good 2025 for Vechain. Of course, these are just my thoughts and opinions on the data in the charts as I personally see it. What do you think about the price action of Vechain? Do you think that we're going to see this move to the downside before we get into the next big bullish market for VET? Or do you think now is the time for that breakout? Let me know in the comments down below, or join us in our free Discord server. We would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't done so already, check out this video right here. It's not one you're going to want to miss.